Hello and welcome. It is semi-final time for the Gauntlet of Greatness. I get to play the Necro deck. I didn't think I was going to get to play the Necro deck again, but it pulled the upset last week. It knocked off Tolarian Academy, much to the surprise of pretty much everyone who's been paying attention to Standard. But I mean, look, there's a couple of decks in the field that had the potential to beat the Academy deck, and this was one of them. And, you draw enough Strip Mines, unrestricted in this deck. You draw enough Hymn to Torox, refill with Necropotence, and this deck is capable of beating anything. I mean, Dark Ritual Hypnotic Spectre was probably the most feared turn one start for as long as Dark Ritual was legal in Standard. The deck's good. I mean, it's explosive, it's powerful. It's not the most consistent deck in the world in terms of draws. It's not, but it's very good. And that incremental disruption, you can just prevent the opponent from ever really being able to do much of anything. Semi-final opponent, yeah, I mean there are no bad decks in the field at this point. This Mythic deck, this is Jace the Mind Sculptor. Jace is the best Planeswalker in the history of the game and fully worthy of a berth in the semifinals. I wouldn't have been shocked to see two Jace decks in the semifinals, honestly. Callblade has fallen by the wayside, but this Mythic deck is still here. It's essentially a ramp deck. Birds of Paradise, Noble Hierarch, Lotus Cobra with some fetch lands allow you to ramp into a quick Sovereigns of Lost Alara, which, you've probably got a leftover Bird of Paradise or something on the turn where you play the Sovereigns, so go get Eldrazi Conscription. That is the big combo. Smash for +10, and if you need another attack, you start annihilating them. So just a very powerful deck in terms of the ramp strategy into Knights and Sovereigns, but then it's also got, half a dozen Planeswalkers. Elspeths are good, and Jaces are just kind of ridiculous. It's even got these Obstinate Baloths hiding in the sideboard for him to Torok. Should be an interesting match. I don't know. Can't say I have a lot of experience with it. I'm, of course, going to play the Necro side of things. I will challenge, and let's see what happens. Lost the die roll. What does this draw do? I mean, it's a turn to him. It's a Strip Mine. It's a Hypnotic Spectre. I mean, I wish I had a Dark Ritual, but it's definitely a keeper. Ooh, no bird. That is good news. Wow, I could just Strip Mine him here. I've got 4 lands. I can go from him to Hippie. I feel like... Yeah, I mean, I like to hit Celestial Colonnades. He has better lands than Forest. I would normally like to hit a Celestial Colonnade. But if he's got no mana creature, he might just be light, counting on, Lotus Cobra or something. So, find out. Oh, awesome. Also, I could top deck a Dark Ritual and get Hypnotic Spectre into play. Yes, that Strip Mine worked out pretty well. Not a whole lot of people can do about turn 1 Hypnotic Spectre and sort of Jace the Mind Sculptor era Standard. Yeah, he did have the Lotus Cobra. Makes sense. So, you got your Lotus Cobra, huh? How do you feel about discarding 3 cards at random? Ooh, we hit the Jace. And the fetch land. Man, that was coming out next turn. Oh, we hit just the Jace. Fine, we'll see what else we hit. Knight and a fetch land. Okay, what you got left? I mean, I could play the Zernor, but I might need to blow a disc at some point, so I'm not going to bother. Okay. He's got nothing? He's got attack with Lotus Cobra? I can live with that. Wow. I probably want to drain this Lotus Cobra for 1, in fact. 3 cards in his hand? Eldrazi Conscription. He didn't want to be holding that anyway. Yeah, let's make sure a land top deck doesn't turn on a Planeswalker. Might have Mana Leak in his hand, but does not have Mana Leak in his hand. Great! Now he's down to 2 mana. Cycling his Explore and still doesn't draw a land. Man, Turn 1 Hypnotic Spectre, Strip Mine, Him to Torox. These are not fair Magic cards. Knock the Knight out of his hand, and let's take the last 2 cards too. What was it? Oh, Sovereigns and Sovereigns. He wasn't anywhere close to those, but that's fine. Now he's just playing off the top. And we draw Necropotence. How about we make sure there's no mana leak first? Ridiculous. There was a mana leak. Wow. He had drawn mana leak that turn. I cannot imagine the series. He couldn't stag his deck and come back from this, I don't think. Five, 6. I mean, I could get extra cards, but I mean, I'm going to have plenty here. Whatever. I'll just get 7. Probably supposed to get 8. Just can't imagine it matters. He has drawn a card, which we will knock out of his hand with Hypnotic Spectre. It was a mana leak, for whatever that's worth. Guess what? I just want to put him out of his misery, right? Mishra to attack with, Hypnotic Spectre to attack with, Order of the Eve on hand to attack with, and let's go get some cards. We need that extra copy of Necropotence. Don't need that many demonic consults either. Whatever. Haven't actually hit a drain life yet. Not clear it's going to matter. Alright, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 1 pump from the... Well, how about... Oh, I should strip mine him first. Doesn't matter, right? He's just dead. Two, 4, 6, 8. And pump the Pump Knight. Take 9. Good game. Totally fair Magic, right? You want to see what's fair? I'll show you an example of fair Magic. They used to print color hosers that were just absurd. Just at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice a green or white permanent. Could be a bird, could be an Elspeth, Knight of the Reliquary, whatever. Dystopia is definitely coming in. Just ridiculous. It doesn't kill Jace. It's about the only thing it does wrong. And actually, I mean, the one advantage he has in this matchup is that my board wiper, my sweeper, doesn't hit Planeswalkers. Nevinyrral's Disc hits artifacts, creatures, and enchantments. Planeswalkers didn't exist at the time. So, yeah, my sweeper is not actually a particularly good sweeper. I can attack Jace with Mishra's Factory, so I am going to bring the 4th Mishra in. But yeah, I just think I'd rather have Dystopias than Contagions. I mean, I can Contagion his mana creatures. I can Dystopia many of his threats. I think that's how to sideboard. I mean, it's not obvious what to take out. I mean, I guess I'm on the draw, and I brought in a Strip Mine, so maybe I'll take out a Swamp. Not afraid to consult for a Swamp if I need to. Yeah, the Mishras and the Strips are all ridiculous. Maybe take out a Pump Knight, since he's going to have Obstinate Baloths on the ground, probably. It just feels like this matchup is about removing his stuff, getting him a card advantage. I want all the Necros. Maybe I can trim a Drain Life? Yeah, we can go to 3 Drain Lives. Alright. What does this draw? It's him, but only 1 Swamp. It's the Tower and the Zeranorb, which isn't ideal, but it's a Strip Mine, which is good, and Mistress that's good. I think I keep this. It does really want to draw a Swamp. I mean, I'd love to replace one of these with a Swamp, so I'd love to do. He led with a Celestial Colonnade? I just stripped that, right? It's not his best land. It means he doesn't have a mana critter? I think think I just leave a strip mine. Alright, fetch land. Oh, just gonna crack it main phase. Oh, it's gonna be one of these where like he has the bird and I have to decide whether I want to spend 2 creatures to kill a bird, 2 cards to kill a bird, and I don't think I do. Like, if I could just trade my Contagion for his Bird of Paradise, I totally would. But I don't think I can bring myself to pitch a hippie or a him along with it just to kill a bird. Yeah, no, can't do it. Alright, we get the Ivory Tower down, 6 cards in hand, going to be gaining a little bit of life. Not that that really matters. I mean, it's really good with Necro. Okay, now we're going to kill those. I guess I don't need to do it. Hilarious. Okay, fine. He's going to make me do it in the middle of combat rather than take a damage. Oh, but I lose 2 life. Yeah, I take the 1 and gain the 2 from the Ivory Tower. I turn a profit by killing it on my turn rather than his. Right. I did not draw another black card, so I guess I'm pitching a Hypnotic Spectre. I mean, I clearly want to Contagion his 2 mana creatures. He didn't play a land. So, yeah, do what you gotta do. I'd rather him now than do nothing this turn. Ooh, pair of Celestial Purges. Interesting. And the Contagion. Good luck with your 1 forest. I don't have much going on yet either, but I do have 4 lands, one of which is a Mishra's Factory. Yeah, I really want a Necro or a Spectre to ice this game. I might be able to just win it from here, honestly. Depends how long it takes him to draw lands. And I have disrupted the hell out of him. Still nothing great. Yeah, I'm not worried about the Ivory Tower. I'd rather have more lands in play for drain life. I really want to draw. I mean, if I draw a Necro before he has Mana Leak, then we're in great shape. Okay. It's a lot of lands off the top. I did sideboard 1 out. I don't think I have the wrong number in my deck. At least this land doesn't produce blue. I don't have to worry about Mana Leak yet. So I can pay for Mana Leak. Alright, Lotus Cobra. That seems worth drain lifing. Oh, sweet. So what am I doing this turn? Can I drain? I can't drain Hippie and attack with Mishra. Definitely want to keep his mana pinched. Yeah, that fetch land would have had him up to 4 this turn. Or 5 even. Boo. If I'd known I had the Dystopia, maybe I could have let him have the fetch land. A fair Magic card. It's totally fair. It hits both of us, right? At the beginning of each player's upkeep, they have to sacrifice. Man, do I pay a life just to not let him do anything for another turn? Probably not with another one in my hand, I don't. Just trade it for the night, call it good. go. 5 cards. We cannot activate this yet, right? No white mana. We get Jace and a Knight. Plink. It's down to 8. Drain him for 5 right now. Yep. So Strip can take his only blue. It's got to be better than taking his Stirring Wildwood activation, right? I think it's better than... Yeah, taking his only blue seems good. And, of course, let's kill Knight of the Reliquary. You know, I have this Necropotence card in my deck. I have 4 copies of Necropotence, and I have 3 copies of Demonic Consultation, which is maybe one less than I should have, but I was kind of trying to build the historical version of the deck rather than the, you know, modern perspective version of the deck. You're going to attack me? Okay. I will trade 3 for 2 while it's 21 to 8 all day. Also, he doesn't know I have Zernor in my hand. Yeah, no problem. Interesting. I see now. I am tempted to pay a life just to keep that around for a turn. Yeah, with the Zernor too. Totally pay a life to keep that around. I've drawn 20 cards, and I'm 0 for 7 on the whole Necropotence plan. Yeah, this hit makes Drain Life lethal too. Yeah, Drain Life is now lethal. Necropotence is obviously amazing. I mean, I guess him softening me up with this makes my Necro slightly less exciting. Wow. Oh, her tokens make the Dystopia do less. And let her block. Hilarious. It's kind of funny. So if I pay 2 life, I either get Elspeth or the token. If I don't pay 2 life, though, the soldier's just blocking Mishra's Factory. Yeah, this, I think I pay. Because now he's either going to take 2 from Mishra, or he's going to lose his Elspeth. Oh, 15. I don't need to worry about the Zernor now. So I'm going to get this down before counter spells come online. Yeah, he took the damage. He's going to lose the soldier. Oh, gains 4 life from that. That's annoying. And makes a soldier, which... Now, do I pay 3 life to eat the soldier? I'm not sure. I want to pay 3 life to eat that soldier token. Yeah, Elspeth fights Dystopia pretty well, doesn't she? Not an interaction I have seen before, but Elspeth does seem pretty good against Dystopia. This draw, 22 cards, 0 for 7 copies of Necropotence. I have seen 1 drain. Now, yeah, 7, huh? 8 with the Exalted trigger. How? He's got 2 cards in his hand. Jeez. And he's got Stirring Wildwood on defense. We kind of flooded out this game, huh? I had him at 4. I also had him at Forest. I don't regret any of my decisions. Seriously, he got to Sovereigns. Wow. Wow. The Tower and the Zorb with no Necro have just done nothing here. He's hitting me for 19. So I have to sack how many lands? It just doesn't matter, right? It just takes Drain completely out of play. I have to sack 7 lands. I mean, sure. I guess I'll go through the motions. But I cannot imagine how this is going to work out to actually be good. Yeah, I think I'm dead. I don't think I can draw anything. Yeah, Strip Mine doesn't help. Crazy. Where are the cards? Wow, there's 31 cards down. Or 29 cards down to find the first demonic consultation. Sigh. Are Ivory Tower and Zernorb not good? They seem like they should be good enough. But I mean, what? Yeah, I just needed to ice the game. I needed a Necro. Dystopia seemed good. It's only really thwarted by Elspeth. Mishra seemed fine. I mean, I think having these 2 gain life artifacts in my deck, especially when I have no Nev discs to blow up the Necro, I think I've got it sideboarded correctly. Maybe do I want the other swamp in my deck on the play? Nah, I don't think so. I just flooded that game. I don't want more lands. Alright. Let's get a better draw. Can't let Jace make the finals. I want to have all old school decks in the finals. So I have Ritual Necro. I mean, it's clearly a keeper. Do I just Necro on turn 1? I guess I do. I don't see why not. I'd actually rather play Hypnotic Spectre on the first turn and then play Necro on turn 3. But I have the mana. I'm only going to get 3 cards here because I basically know what my turn 2 play is. It's swamp him. And all my cards are... I don't have any cards I want to discard. I have to be a little careful with my life total this game, because I'm going potent on the first turn. Alright, happy about the first swamp. Okay, now I'm set up for turn 3, Hypnotic Spectre. And I can Contagion any mana creature. Yeah, and with Necro in play, I am willing to just Contagion 1 bird. So we know we're going to Contagion, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can get 6, 7, 8, go up to 9 cards in hand. So I set 4 aside. Get these, pick those up. Now, which is the worst one? What? Oh my god, I don't have a stop set on my own end step. Shadow?
Yes.
I don't have a stop set on my own end step. I'm supposed to Contagion your Bird of Paradise here. Can we just pretend it's dead? I discarded the Contagion, and now I'm going to discard the other card.
Okay, and you have 1 less life. Check.
I have 1 less life, and your Bird of Paradise is dead. Fair enough?
Sure, I'll miss it.
All right. Thanks.
Okay.
What am I discarding? Dystopia? I think it's Dystopia. It's either that or a Pump Knight. I have 2 Pump Knights. I'm playing Hypnotic Spectre, Then like Pump Night is a reasonable follow-up. I am going to do the Dystopia. All right, so we're really at 12. And that bird is, we're just going to pretend it's not in play. There we go. Strip mine would have been nice. I can throw a ritual in to get out a Pump Night in addition to the Hippie. It's either that or I'm saving the ritual for some future drain life. I think there's value in just getting, yeah, I mean, churning through cards, getting things down onto the table. Two, three, four. Ooh, those are some good cards. Now, can he do anything? Yeah, I love the strip and the tower. Yeah, next turn is strip him tower. Or strip hippie tower? No, it's strip him tower. Can't play the hippie. I think I'd rather him anyway. He gets a knights down. Maybe I should have held on to that Dystopia. Oh, but this dude's protection from white. Yeah, we're just playing defense. Awesome. Really? Hypnotic Spectre. Oh, sure, we can kill it off. Totally fair. Since the bird was dead anyway. Great. Now we just have to pretend I'm at one less life. All right. Attacking with Hypnotic Spectre. Casting him to Torok. None of these tapped out. None of this matters. He just loses his whole hand. And yeah, I'm playing defense versus the knight. Alright, Jace the Mind Sculptor down. Let's get the other two. Lotus Cobra and Elspeth. Let's play Ivory Tower. And let's get rid of your lands. I'm at 8. Is there any reason I can't go to 5 here? Yeah, I mean, with Ivory Tower, I want to fill. Hilariously, the Hierarchy can actually attack me for damage. Alright. Hippie can now do damage. This Pump Knight basically needs to hold off the Knight. I wouldn't mind killing the bird and the Hierarch to just ice him on damage. I don't know if I want to... I mean, I can consult for Contagion. I should, right? There's 3 left in my deck. Yeah, I should totally consult for Contagion if I don't Necro into one. So what am I doing? I am playing a Mishra and a Hypnotic Spectre. I could also drain the bird or the Hierarch. I think playing a Hippie and consulting for Contagion is better. So, Hypnotic Spectre. Attack with Hypnotic Spectre. No cards in his hand, but the damage is obviously nice. And then what? I still want to be on the Ivory Tower, so I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I set 4 cards aside. we're lucky, we'll hit a Contagion here, and if not, we'll just consult for one. Yeah, Contagion. So I lose the top 6 cards. I still have 22 cards in my library. We lost. Contagion was the next card. We lost to Dystopia. There's 2 drain lives in there. So I think this is actually my last drain life. An important thing to keep in mind. Meanwhile, kill. And I obviously don't need this leftover copy of Necro. All right. He's down to no cards in hand. A single forest. We're at 3, but yeah, pro-white creature versus his Knight of the Reliquary. Gaining 3 from that. Clearly going to strip mine the Celestial Colonnade. Oh, I can play a new pro-white creature, which means that one can attack. Should just work out from here, right? Set aside 2 cards to get back to 7. He's at 10. So next turn I can actually go 2, 4, 6, 8, pump. Ah, the bird. The bird! Hilarious. I can Contagion the bird. And then I can't chump block. Right? It just all works, right? Swamp gives me 2 pumps. So I can Contagion. Bird. Yeah, I'm at 7. That puts me at 6. May as well throw a counter on that. And that should do it. Necropotence through to the finals. Good game.
Hey, it's only a good game if I let this attack resolve. Oh, good game.
Necropotence through to the finals.
Man, there was so much disruption. I was really surprised that I was able to get you game 2. You just had no gas.
Yeah, no, I flooded out, right? I have 4 Necros and 3 Consults. Any one of those just immediately loses the game. It wins the game for me on the spot.
Right.
I just didn't come up with any of them, so.
Yeah, so in that game, I was saying Demonic Consultation on the 3rd game was my win condition. So I had a hope that whiffed, and I drew a Celestial Purge. That was my hope. That was the dream.
Oh, hilarious. If I consult my entire library away. I mean, I knew that if I consulted my entire library away somehow, I still had Necro in play and could probably beat you with the cards in my hand if I had to.
Right.
But yeah,
I agree.
Celestial Purge away the Necro. That's hilarious.
Right. That was my win condition. That was the line I was playing for.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I leave your bird and your Hierarch alive, though, you have more outs.
Sure. Yes, absolutely. But you certainly killed them. So yeah, good game. Necro made it to the finals. I'm glad. It's good to see the skull in there.
Yeah, Jace the Mind Sculptor's now been eliminated. We got to see what the other deck is, but yeah, 1996 in the house. We'll see what's
my time.
In the bracket.
Yeah. Excellent. All right, I'll see you in the next game.
Yeah, good games. See you guys shortly with more Gauntlet of Greatness.